from the soul with it. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Diallo Ricks coming to you live with yet another video. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to click that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be a part of the notifications. So I gotta talk to y'all about this new Breakfast Club interview. I don't know who these guys were or are. Desus and Mero. I guess they have some kind of TV show or some kind of show, podcast or something of that sort. And I guess DJ Envy felt disrespected because he went on, I believe, The View, or was it Real Talk? I think Keeping It Real, whatever their little show is with Adrian Balon and them. And, you know, on there he was just explaining about everything that was going on with his wife. And his wife came up there to talk about issues and things that was going on in their personal life. So once you come, what I'll say is this: as soon as you bring your situation, your relationship to the forefront, you're giving people chance to criticize your life, right? You're giving people the green light to speak their opinions and give their opinion, whether they're joking. You know, this goes back to what I've been saying. The ones who look for dirt be the most dirty. Yesterday, about when Michael Blackson went up there, and I was explaining to you guys how these guys, Charlemagne, Angela Yee, DJ Envy, they're always looking for dirt on people, but these are people who be the most dirtiest. And these are people who can't take a joke. See, they could dish it out, but they can't take it. You know, they don't like people coming at them and saying bad things about them. It's just like if a person makes jokes about a certain person all the time, they don't want, see, people like to bully, but then when they're the ones that get bullied, they don't like it. Goes back to what I was saying. DJ Envy is so sensitive. And when you have people who are quick to want to point the finger and gossip and, you know, point the finger and, you know, shine a light on other people's issues and gossip on them, these are people who don't like when you shining on them. That's just like the paparazzi and, you know, the tabloids and people that work at TMZ. That's like they're so busy trying to expose other people's issues. That's like you taking a camera and flipping the game on them or Angela Yee and going wherever she's at and have a camera every time she leaves out the grocery store and trying to follow her everywhere she goes and trying to find, you know, different dirt that you can find on her cheating on her boyfriend and her sleeping with this guy and doing this. You know, they don't like when you turn it on them. So you open yourself, once you bring your relationship to the public, you're automatically giving people the leeway to speak how they feel, and you're opening yourself up for criticism. You know, if you could dish it out, you have to be able to take it. You know, and DJ Envy cannot take it. You know, he cannot take the criticism. It's the same thing for Angela Yee. It's the same thing for Charlemagne. You know, they don't like when you shine a light on them or when you expose them. And I guarantee you it's going to start coming out. You're starting to see it. Now the Breakfast Club, they have to come up with these little gimmicks now. Like, they have to do these gimmicks. Their show is not as popping as it was. Like, I don't care if you're a Breakfast Club supporter and you've been supporting since day one, then of course you're gonna feel like, no, the Breakfast Club is doing this, they're doing this, I'm telling you, bro, like now they have to come up with different gimmicks now for them to get a lot of views and for people to really check in. Now they have to say stuff that's completely off the wall. You know, they have to have gimmicks now in order for people to support them. You know, you have to play devil's advocate purposely now and have setups just so you could get a lot of views and get a lot of people talking now. You know, but this show is slowly, they're exposing themselves. See, after a while, you don't even have to expose people. What'll happen is they will expose themselves. You know, like I say, the ones who always looking for dirt be the most dirtiest, and you're seeing it. You know, the guy sitting up here telling you, he's like, DJ's Envy, bro. First of all, you can look at DJ Envy and tell, bro, you're not about that, bro. Like, you're not even nobody take you serious when you're getting aggressive. And you can see he's going to go at a certain person. He's going to try to check somebody different. If somebody else was up there, if Birdman, you see when Birdman was leaving out the room, he was like, whatever, nigga. You see what I'm saying? People, he felt like he could check them. So he took advantage of that and he tried to check them on air in front of millions of people because he didn't think that they would react like a Birdman would or would react like a certain person would that would come at them, that would respond or attack them or react in a certain situation, react differently, right? Because if it was a Beanie Siegel, if it was somebody up there who really is about that, he's not gonna go off like that because he know they're gonna have to knuckle up, and he know it's gonna be issues. He talk about you open yourself up for criticism. They sit up here and talk about Kim Kardashian. They talk about Kanye West and his marital problems that he go through. They talk about everybody issues in the world. But the second someone say something small that's pertaining, that's even some sort of a joke, you get upset, you get butthurt. These guys are way too sensitive. And like Michael Blackson said, going back to the Kevin Hart situation that happened yesterday when Michael Blackson was on The Breakfast Club. These guys are, once you get to a certain level, you start to become sensitive because you got so many people telling you what you want to hear and telling you telling you that they love you, calling you Jesus, calling you this, just praising you so much. And then you have somebody who brings you back to reality. You like, oh, like, I'm not used to this no more. I'm not, I don't like dealing with that no more. I like to be praised and people telling me I'm right all the time. And I'm always looked at as a good person. That's how I want to be looked at as perfect. Like, I don't make mistakes. Like, people worshiping you like you God, but that's just not going to happen. He had the nerve to get up and walk out. It's like, bro, what did you get up and walk out of the interview for? Be a man. You address the situation. Now you go on with it. Like, you talk about everybody else being professional, but that was very unprofessional. You get out and you walk out the interview. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's just unprofessional. And it just goes to show you what type of people they are. They're exposing themselves. Everything that they criticizing everybody for and gossiping about everybody for, this show is going to go under fire, will go up in flames because they are the ones who are going to expose themselves. If you look in the comment section, majority of people, when you look at that Michael Blackson interview, you see how everybody was talking about, oh man, like that was wrong of Angela Yee to call. That's so dirty. That's foul for you. Now it goes back, even goes back to when Charlemagne uh, went out publicly with that video of Floyd Mayweather not being able to read. You get what I'm saying? It's just like, it's kids out here or it's people out here, even Fantasia don't know how to read. It's people that just don't know how to read. And first of all, I've seen Floyd Mayweather read at different little like teleprompters and stuff when he did award shows. And, I've seen him read like on multiple occasions. So even Adrian Broner and 50 Cent said that he could read. But people took that and they ran with it. And for him to stoop that low just for viewers to clown somebody because they can't read, no matter how I feel about a person, I would never clown somebody because they can't read. I remember one time I was at school, right, and I just me like bringing it on me just to show that I could shine the light on me and show my true flaws. I remember one time I was in high school, right, and I stumbled across some words and I didn't read something the right way. Like I can get up here and read something. Like could read a book right now, and y'all be like, "Oh man, this man could read." But on that particular day, bro, like I was stumbling over words and everything. So this girl was like, "Hey, Dave," I was like, "What?" She was like, "Illiterate." Like she clowned me, bro. Like, and this was in front of everybody, bro, and they laughed at me. But I always knew how to read. It was just that day I had a bad day. But it is what it is, man. It's like you gotta to stoop that low and kind of disrespect somebody like that, bro. And it's like you open yourself up for criticism. Y'all always gossiping and talk about everybody else's problems, but now when it comes to you, y'all don't want it. Y'all can't take it. Even just look at Charlemagne's face for a moment and how he bleached his skin. He went really from a dark skinned person to a light skinned person. You know, me, I'm dark skinned. I'm black. Like, ever since I was young, like people always clowned me and made fun of me, roasted me because of my skin color. I ain't never get upset, cry, anything. Like, it was me. I'm confident. I love my skin complexion nowadays. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had my hair cut. I got the afro right now, bro. I got a beard, bro. You know what I'm saying? You could say people say that said everything. Like, one person in the comment section, bro, told me, he was like, man, congratulations, you're the ugliest person in the world. Like, that don't get to me, bro. Like, I don't care, bro. I'm confident with who I am, bro. I don't care, bro. You see what I'm saying? It's not going to affect me one way or another. I don't care. But you look at Charlemagne and how he had to change his entire skin complexion goes to show you that he's not happy with who he is deep down inside. So these people are the ones who like to, shine a light and expose other people and their problems, but they do that to hide the problems that they're going through and the problems that they're facing and how they're really dealing with depression and how they're not happy with who they are as people. These people can't look in the mirror. These people who are demons, like they have demons inside and they try to hide these demons. That's just like a person who always, I promise you, and I don't want to offend anyone, but it's people who always talk about they always act holier than thou. These are people in the church who always gossiping about other people's problems, who always acting like they're holy, 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 like they're God this, God that, God that. But those be the ones like the pastors who be taking money and raping the little boys and doing. These are the people that you gotta watch because, like me, I'm a firm believer in God. Like I done been through some of the most worst situations. Like it don't take for me to get money and get this in order for me to pray or believe in God. I'm just a firm believer and God is in my heart. I don't have to ever go to church and step foot in church a day in my life. And I'll know where my faith stands with God, right? But it's people who be like, "Oh man, God bless you, God bless you, God bless you, man. This is, I love God, and you always reading Bible quotes and everything." But then these people who be, you know, have, records of, being pedophiles, and these people who are have done some of the most like wrong things in the world, what we consider wrong, and they try to deflect from those things because chances are they'll do it again. They're creeps, and I've been around people like that, and that's how I'm able to. Like I've seen so much, bro, that I know how to, you know, read body language and read who people are by being around them for so long. Like because I analyze things and I analyze people. Stay away from those ones who always trying to, gossip and shed light and find people problems, like people dealing with legal situations, people who dealing with situations and going broke and always finding something wrong on people. I asked this one person, I said, tell everybody, I hear you talk about a lot of people and what we need to change, and I see you on different gossip sites all the time. Tell me about your issue. Tell me about your flaws. I want to hear something that you feel like you could correct that everybody else listening to, where I don't feel like we should have to talk about that. Also, you want to talk about everybody else's problems, but you don't want to talk about yours. How that does that make sense to you? That's not right. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of times when you look at Kanye West and you look at people who are outspoken, Floyd Mayweather, all these people, they always say, "I'm not perfect. I don't make mistakes." You hear Floyd Mayweather say that all the time. As far as like the domestic violence situation, he was like, "Man, you didn't even see no pictures, but everybody criticized me." How you gonna say that I beat this person up, but you never seen no pictures of domestic violence? He always come out there and say, "I make mistakes. I'm not perfect, and I've done things wrong." Kanye West say the same thing. Kobe Bryant say the same thing. These great people say the same thing, but it's people who always just trying to find dirt and always look to make people look bad and do wrong things to people when they're the ones who are hurting deep down inside, and these people are confident. So they look at these people as like, oh, well, that person's too confident and I want to try to destroy them because I'm perfect. But really, they're not. That's like somebody who that's like somebody gains a lot of weight and, then you have people that come around you, like they've been skinny before, but they put on a couple of pounds. And then that person, they may be just a little bit, skinnier than you, right? And then try to make fun of a person because that person gained weight. Oh man, you gained weight. Ah, you fat, blah blah blah. Ah, you fat, blah blah blah, and all this. But let the second the tide change, And let's say you lose weight, and then you say something about them. They're not gonna be able to take it. They'll cry. I remember watching this one video, and I know this is just a long video, but I remember watching this video of they had uh, Blue, Beyonce's daughter, and they had Kim Kardashian's daughter, Northwest, and they were going back and forth about each other's parents, um, and Beyonce's daughter was saying a lot of things about a Northwest father. It kept making these little jokes, and she kept on like saying bad things about her. So the 1 second Northwest said something that really got to Blue Ivy, she started crying because it was really personal and it really got to her. And that's what I'm saying. Like she was trying to bully that little girl and say so many bad things about her that when she flipped it and turned it on her, she couldn't take it.